Gordon Ramsay is the world's greatest chef. His signature dish is the beef Wellington. Super difficult to make. A beginner chef has no business trying to make it. Except, I'm no beginner chef. I've made macarons and microwaved chicken wings. So now, since I'm seeing my friends for the first time in months, I decided I'm gonna surprise them with a fine dining experience using Gordon Ramsay's very own recipe. The first step, after wrapping the beef, letting it chill overnight, which I did this time, would be to remove the cling film and quickly sear the beef fillets in a hot pan with a little olive oil for 30 to 60 seconds until browned all over and rare in the middle. We're on step 2 of this 11-step recipe, and we're already kind of behind. Because after a hard-fought battle with beef and hot oil, what was supposed to take at most a minute turned into 6 minutes, and we were already cutting it pretty close. So that was more time than I felt comfortable losing. To solve that, I came up with a strategic plan. I switched steps 3 and 4. Why? I'm still trying to figure that out. I think I saw that step 4 said I needed to chill it or something like that, and I was like, that takes time. And so I figured that doing it earlier would take less time because I'd be doing other stuff. I don't know. I wasn't thinking straight. The time was getting to me. There was still a lot of it left, don't get me wrong, but I needed to pick up the pace. Thankfully though, a couple of minutes isn't the end of the world. This step, where I'm preparing the puff pastry, is only supposed to take like 10 minutes. Look. Took me 1 hour to make the puff pastry. A third of all the time that I had. That's not good. At this point, every moment counted. I couldn't afford any inefficiency. I needed maximum efficiency. I know this doesn't seem like maximum efficiency, but I'm about to have a revelation. Wait, why dice the mushrooms by hand when I could just... starting to look Wellington shaped. Despite all odds, we clutched up and are back on track. Kind of. See, a good beef Wellington is almost always accompanied with a good sauce. This recipe calls for red wine sauce. The only issue? It takes a lot of time. Time that I didn't really have. But I decided to start it anyways. I really wanted to deliver an at least decent experience for my friends. It'd be pretty embarrassing if the first time I cooked for any of them was just awful. So I don't know. Hopefully they were late. Hopefully I could buy more time. I honestly didn't know. Just whatever it took to get that recipe done in its full and complete form for my friends. Because if they got here before I was even close to being done, things were about to get a whole lot more complicated. We're here. They are here.
He's recording us!
These are my friends. That's Wyatt, that's Sarah, and that's Brandon. And they were here kind of early. I mean, it was exactly when I told them to be here, but it was still too early. So...
Do you want us to wait in here?
Yeah.
So you're hiding us away?
Yes, entertain yourselves.
I like how you were only recording your chest for like the past minute.
Yeah.
All you saw was this.
Yeah.
You're still doing it.
You could sell
I
that.
apologize. Okay, anyways, I think I was leaving. the heat and simmer gently for 1 hour. So I don't have 1 hour, so I don't know what's going on with this, so I might just have to. Okay. The red wine sauce is out, which means that my undivided attention was on getting that beef into the oven before my friends ran out of things to do in my basement. They were definitely trying to keep themselves occupied, as you'll see here.
That's cheating! You can't even cheat right!
But I'm not too sure how long that's gonna hold up for. So I had to be quick. Because this step was a long one. It had a lot of different parts, but I still had to get through all of them quickly. Even though it's only been a few minutes, I was almost ready to cross off number 7. A couple more, and I'd be able to put the beef Wellington in the fridge, and I'd be that much closer to getting the beef Wellington in front of my friends. I just needed a little bit more time. Unfortunately, though, I had just run out of it.
Why is it so smoky? Why is it so smoky in here?
That's not. You
Can
guys aren't eating that.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Can I see your failed attempt?
Yeah. They said beef. They said the beef trimmings or whatever. But I mean, so the recipe said that. I told the butcher that. I guess I don't know what those are. Whatever. But I looked and then he was like, "Maybe this." Guys, this isn't great. I'm over there yapping like an idiot because I don't need all of my judges seeing that unappetizing mess that's on the stove. But that seemed like what was about to happen. They were all becoming sneaky little spies. So I had to think quick.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll be downstairs and we can do a little introduction to the people. Okay. Yeah. If I was to attempt to try and say that again, I'd probably say something along the lines of, "It's time to meet the judges." What's your name?
Wyatt.
Introduce yourself.
I like tacos.
All right.
And, men.
And men. All right. Nice. All right. So that's Wyatt. Everyone give it up for Wyatt. Not so fast. I forgot to ask him a very important question. Get over here. Okay. How are you going to be with judging?
I'll probably rate it on a scale of bad to not bad.
Okay. Everyone give it up for Wyatt.
I'm Brandon.
All right.
And I like turtles.
Turtles. All right. How are you going to be with judging?
I have a very interesting taste palette, so we'll see.
All right. That's good. Okay. Who's next? Okay, this is...
Sarah,
She will be one of our judges. Tell us something about yourself, Sarah.
I have always wanted to try a beef Wellington since that first day I watched Gordon Ramsay's Hell Kitchen.
Okay, so would you say you're going to be a difficult judge, or what do you...
I will burn this place to the ground.
That's okay.
If you mess up
Yeah,
this beef Wellington,
yeah.
Byron Adoyo will be no more. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
No pressure. Okay, so I had a better idea of what to expect, but that didn't make me any less nervous, especially since there was still work to be done.
When are we allowed to leave the basement? We've been here for 5 years.
I will come back when I put it in the oven, and it's 15 minutes after that, so 15 minutes.
When are you putting it in the oven?
Right now.
Bring my love back.
Technically, the beef Wellington was supposed to chill in the fridge for longer, but I didn't have the time. I had no idea how it was going to turn out, but hopefully it's edible, because that'd be bad if it wasn't. Now we wait. The beef is officially baking. Where are you going, Sarah?
To the beef.
To the beef?
To the beef. Can I see?
She wants the
We're gonna have to like bleep everything you say.
Dialogue because you're getting
You have no words. Yeah. Alright. You can see, I guess you can see, you guys can see if you want, but it's in bad condition. I have to.
Why? You, it's so horrible.
There's a little bit less than 15 minutes until the beef Wellington is ready, and my friends wanted to be right there to see it as soon as it left the oven, which definitely didn't make me feel any more pressure. Of course not. What?
Nice. What'd you do? We're just admiring it.
Where's the fork? I need a fork to.
Are we blocking?
Oh God, this is so.
So well.
Rare.
Like good meat.
I love rare meat.
Do you actually?
You said you cooked the meat first, though.
I cooked it first, yes.
How did you cook it?
Yeah,
I cooked it
it's.
here. No, before I cooked it before. As a chef, you never want to find yourself in this position. Having to convince your judges that you didn't cook their meal in a vat of ominous ooze. But I was still confident that I could win them over. I just couldn't let my friends spiral out any more about that beef Wellington.
Wait, so you just threw a chunk of
So you
steak
don't
into
remember?
a pot? Like you didn't cut into it, you didn't like leave it. How long did you cook it?
Okay, I'll read you what I did. I'll read you guys what I did.
Oh no.
I am concerned for my health and well-being.
Okay.
I am horrified.
I quickly seared the beef fillets in a hot pan with olive oil for longer than this, until browned and rare in the middle.
It's supposed to be rare. That's not the. It's not exactly what I'm worried about.
Wait, does it say?
It's
For
the
longer.
bread.
Okay,
It does.
I will admit, the beef Wellington looked a bit intimidating, but I followed the recipe pretty closely, and I even cooked the beef a little bit longer than I was supposed to. So I was sure I could convince my friends to trust it. And that entire time in the background, I had already started to.
I don't cook any disease in it out, so guys, I'm ready to chow down.
With Sarah in, the rest were quick to follow.
I'm so hungry, so I'm gonna eat a lot of it.
I don't
If
know.
it is poison.
Hey, you signed up for this.
I did sign up for this. To be fair, that is
I should
very
have
true.
brought some food.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your 3 judges, Wyatt, Sarah, and Brandon. The plan is simple. Our lovely judges will have a taste of my beef Wellington and rate it on a scale of 0 to 5. 0 being the worst thing that they've laid their tongues upon, and 5 being a true fine dining experience. Gordon Ramsay has 17 Michelin stars, so my goal is to get at least 7 what I'm calling Michael stars, because I don't want to get sued.
Is on the plates would mean my stuff gets cut out.
You're gonna get bleeped. You're getting bleeped.
Nobody.
But
Exactly.
When?
You don't have
mother.
Please welcome our first judge, Wyatt. In terms of what I'm expecting from Wyatt, I'm not sure. He's a bit of a wild card, which hopefully means he'll really surprise us and give me a 5.
So wiggly, it feels like Jello.
Trying to win.
I mean, it smells good,
I'm glad.
but I can't get through this last bit of skin. It's just.
I'm not ready yet.
And, jot down some notes
Oh,
here.
look at the time.
Okay, I got through one part.
What the heck? Oof. The meat was actually the one thing that I was kind of confident about.
It's fine. I'll take this.
Why is rare an
option?
Why is rare an option? Like, why is
Because it's good that way.
Oh yeah, I'll take.
Get it well done.
We don't.
What's going? Are you laughing or?
It's not food.
Sounds like
Okay, you know what? You know what? Yeah, we'd seen enough. I got up to get a trash can for Wyatt, but Brandon got him a paper towel, which was probably the smarter option, honestly.
Okay, it tastes good, but it's impossible to chew.
Okay.
But a golf ball size.
I know, but like I was biting through it and then it like bounced back up as if I were biting into a solid rubber ball.
Okay.
But it tasted good.
How many Michael stars are you giving this?
I'll give it a 3.5.
3.5 Michael stars.
Because it did taste really good, but it was impossible to chew.
Okay.
Like I was not getting through that at all.
All right.
There's another bleep.
3.5 isn't awful. It's actually a pretty decent start. But I was still hoping that Wyatt was gonna be our harshest judge because we would need to score a bit higher than that to get 17 Michael stars. Oh, and you may have noticed one of our judges didn't show up. Unfortunately, something came up for Billy, so he couldn't come. Which means that as it stands, mathematically, it's literally impossible to get 17 Michael stars. So we're gonna have to figure something out for that. Anyways, let's get back to me being a fantastic host.
Oh, are we sharing a fork?
Oh, no. Sorry. Okay.
She's been wanting this.
19 years. And I've yet to try beef Anyway, let's.
Yeah, now you try to cut it.
I'm just gonna cut meat and then I'm gonna cut some Wellington.
That's smart. That's smart.
Put it to. Oh.
Uh-huh. That is the tiniest.
That was not too hard. That was actually really.
Because you cut off the tiniest piece.
Why'd you cut off a giant piece, man?
Because I thought we were splitting it 4 ways, so I took up like a
No,
little.
why? And then you shoved it all in your mouth?
Yeah. Is that not how you eat anything? You don't just take it and shove it in your mouth?
What are the black chunks in the bread?
Oh, those are like mushrooms.
Ooh. I like
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
really tough to chew.
See?
It was edible.
That's good.
I give it. No, this needs a good review. The meat was bloody and delicious, and the dough was very dough-like. Therefore, I give it a 3.
A three
Michael stars.
Michael stars. Okay. All right. So we're going down, which isn't good, but I guess based on the high expectations that Sarah had, that went pretty well. Hopefully Brandon pulls through. Brandon is cutting his piece.
Because we wanted to eat
the
more.
beef. I'm gonna tell you right now, I only eat my steak well done, so this is gonna be interesting.
We also do have spit takes, just like to be. You can also do that if you please.
Right, it is hard to eat.
Yeah!
Just spit it out.
Why does it taste like the church communion? Like the bread.
The good thing.
Because they didn't cook the bread.
You think you're good? I
It
can't
is.
chew
Little.
I couldn't either!
That was our second spit take of the day, which isn't great, but let's see what he has to say. Maybe it's good.
I'm gonna be very, very
Magic.
partial here.
Okay.
Presentation. There's nothing more I need to say about that.
Oh my god, I feel it in my butt.
Granted, the bread tastes like communion,
Yeah.
so that's okay.
Yeah.
I've had it plenty of times before.
Yeah.
I couldn't eat the meat. I'm giving it 2 stars. 2 Michael stars because of the bread.
So the goal was actually to have 17 Michael stars. Because that's how many Gordon Ramsay has.
But there's 3 of us.
I was not expecting them to catch on that fast. But yes, it's true. You can't get 17 Michael stars from 3 judges. It's just impossible. That is, unless you had a surprise 4th judge. But who would be the extra judge to judge my beef Wellington? Who would be the final one to judge my beef Wellington? Can I have a knife? Can I have a better knife? Excellent presentation. Without hints of mushroom. If I were to give this a rating on a scale of 1 to 5 Michael stars, I'd probably have to give it 5.
Dude.
Come
Come on. That is so. Did you hit 17? Did you hit 17?
I still did not.
You should have given yourself 7. And it still wouldn't be enough.
What do you always want me to say? I give it a 2.5. A 3. I'll give it a 3. With all the results in, we're left with one question. Did I give my friends a fine dining experience? Well, absolutely not. 2/3 of the judges spat out the food. Of course, it wasn't a fine dining experience. You didn't even have to attempt to answer that. But you know what I did give my friends? A reason to come together and have a really good time. It's always awesome, you know? Some people might say that's better than a fine dining experience, right? Okay, it was worth a try.